Well, howdy. Okay, so I've had many videos this last couple of weeks. It's always an interesting time of year. Obviously, we've had the spawning going on. I've still got always got work going on at the place, but a lot of it's been mundane stuff, and I just don't think it's worth putting out there on video. So I haven't really done a huge amount. Plus, it's just been one of those months where everything's just gone wrong that could go wrong. Motor's not working, engine's going down, probably dirty fuel supply, you name it, it's happened. I think it's tedious to put on those videos, but it is the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Okay, but on a positive note, I didn't think I was going to get to this point. It's Friday now. The van's in here. The rod, well, there's still a few rods there, but it's mostly empty, don't tell Sally. And all the gear is in the van, plus a couple of boats, because they haven't arrived at Carptopia yet, the hard boats. So I'm taking a couple. So this next week, we've got loads of exciting stuff coming up. Sorry about that wobbly video. Loads of exciting stuff coming up in this next week. There's going to be probably some daily video going on, because I'm going up to Carptopia, which is a new lake that I helped Wayne do some swim building on earlier on, well, in late last year now. It's a fantastic 60-acre lake up in northern France. Virginal water. It's never been properly fished ever. Only pike anglers have been there. I've got a few of my mates, good mates. Anthony Hurst, Justin Hamilton and Simon Bletcher are all coming down to fish with us. It's going to be a mixture of fishing, interviews, and promotion of the new lake, because I think it's a stunning venue, very, very close to Caen, probably just a little over an hour from Caen, so a very cheap crossing, no tolls. It's destined to become a fantastic water of the future. So if you're going to be interested in potentially some new waters, 60 acres, it's only got 5 swims. You've got like massive volume of water per swim. You normally could double up on them. Huge jetties we built there. It's a gravel pit, sand, gravel, weed, clear water, virginal, bigger commons. We know it's got some bigger mirrors in. We know that for sure. I'm not allowed to say why, but we know for sure it's got some bigger mirrors in there. So look, it's going to be an exciting week. So keep check of what's going on. I'm going to post this with, I did a little fish up at the fish farm just to check how they're doing in the Leney Pond, which are some crosses that were C1s. I dropped in there we did that in, I think, the end of March, beginning of April, and they were sort of this size. So you'll see how much they've grown already, looking fat and beautiful in the clear water, dark and lovely. And I also did a little fish on the main lake, just with the float, and caught a low double. Looked to have spawned out. I know they'd spawned massively in that lake, so looked really spawned out, but had grown really well in skeletal length. I'm expecting those fish to do gangbuster numbers this year in terms of growth, because we've had this beautiful warm spring into early summer, and it's hot. It's like 34, so I'm sweating like like a sweaty thing. It's super hot. That means that water temperature is darn near optimal, and it's going to have a really good long growing season. So these fish are going to grow. I reckon my C4s are going to be mid-20s, upper 20s, a lot of them, which is going to be fantastic for this year's sales. I'm going to actually have a few more fish for sale as well. So if there's anyone here that's interested, that I might have messaged back saying all my fish have been taken. A guy's had to pull out of a few fish just for financial reasons. He's still going to have some, but can't have all of them. It's going to mean it's going to free up a few fish to be sold. So if you're interested, get in touch with us on fensmerefishfarm.com, info at. Otherwise, please like and subscribe as usual, and get ready for some chaos and carnage, because the lads I'm going with are absolute bedlam. Bloody good anglers, every single one of them. I'm going to sit down with Wayne Cooper and chat about his life in France over the course of nearly 15 years. And the guy's fished shanty back in the day. He was early on at Rainbow. It's who I fish at Rainbow with. And he's got some mega stories of mega anglers. So it'll be really interesting to sit down and chat with him. We're going to sit down with Anthony Hurst as well. And I know he's already done a couple of videos with some friends, like Kev Ellis video, etc. But I'm going to, me and him chat about so many different things, fish behaviour and stuff especially. And I want to go through that with him, and we'll sit down and talk about that. And also, if I get the chance next week, which I should do because I'm not working, And the fishing is a secondary for me next week, because another 2 weeks, I'm off to Rainbow for 2 weeks. Get in. Then I'm going to do the story of Fensmere. All right, I'll get that out there for everyone to see. As I said before, it's not all beer and skittles. It's chaos, carnage and bedlam. It happens at a regular occurrence. It's just the nature of the beast. So anyway, tune in, and hopefully we'll catch up with some lovely fish on the bank and some incredible scenery. I'm going to take the drone up there. I'm going to be out with the camera underwater and all sorts. So tune in, and hopefully we'll have some great video and some great content for you for next week. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye. All right, so I've just come up the farm today just to suss out a few things before I'm off on a week's fishing next week with all my mates. And I've just come up to my Leney Pond, which these were the C1s. Look at that. What an absolute little bobby dazzler. Fat, lovely, beautiful condition. Yeah, I'll just show you in a little bit more. There you go. Look at that. What a gorgeous looking fish. What an absolutely gorgeous looking fish. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get them. All right, so I've just tested the main lake. This is a spawned out fish, coming into its 4th year, I'd say. It's probably about it's probably about 12 pounds, but spawned right out, but beautiful condition and looking absolutely fantastic. Caught in a little pellet float. So that's it for today. I've just had a good test. Let's get this one back and get on. Right, another thing I wanted to show you is something I'm going to use this year on the main lake here. To try and reduce the overall growth or biomass that comes on after spawning, when them small C1s start coming through. Obviously, it's very difficult to calculate how many make it. And on estimation last year, we're probably talking 3,000 or 4,000 fish, maybe 5,000 fish made it through. You know, and as they're growing up to sort of ½ pound in weight, there's a lot of biomass there, which effectively is being taken away from the bigger fish that I'm wanting to grow on. So chatting with Anthony, you know, he mentioned that you can use sort of crab nets, put a bit of feed in there, prop them around the margins. This will be probably in another month's time, and then start reducing that biomass and grading some of them better ones anyway. So get the shooters and grade them, and I can put them over into the little tank, which effectively sort of minimises my job then for that coming winter anyway. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is them. I've got a couple of different, I've got a few of these, and this one, which is like an umbrella really, and this one which just come in pieces and you zip it up. You know, basically you put some grubbage in there and the fish come in through here, and they basically can't find their way out and they get trapped in there. You come through the next morning and you pull the fish out, and then you can grade them. But you know, if I'm using this sort of daily, I'm hoping I can remove a fair amount of fish through that summer period and really reduce the overall biomass in the main lake there. So anyway, I thought I'd show you that, and I'll let you know how it goes as I'm going through the process.